So, hello. Today I'm going to sit down with Dice B and ask him a few questions about his musical career.
Yes.
So, first I'm going to start off from the beginning. You were part of the production of one of the first English hip-hop albums in all of Quebec.
Yes.
So how did that come through? Because that's you started something there.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. It started, I guess, pretty innocently enough. I mean, some of my friends, some of these guys I knew that were doing this thing, and they wanted somebody that had experience because I was already doing my thing, freestyling, battling, doing the street thing, the real rap thing, the real that's not what's going on right now. The real thing, with corner the streets, battling everybody, going from block to block.
That's not a thing anymore?
Not at all. Now we're gonna Google. I'll find out everything about you, and then I'll talk about you.
Okay.
Which is kind of whack because I'm from the school where you can't talk about my mom's. Now I got kids. You can't talk about my kids. That's not cool,
Okay.
But so that's why it's not the same thing. I see you, look at you, and then I battle you for what I'm seeing right now. You know what I mean? Not what I found out about your grandma and shit. Nah. Anyways, so it's not the same thing. So from doing that circle, the street thing, and these guys they had a plan. They were putting their money together. I mean, they were pretty business savvy. Yeah, back then, so pretty impressive. And I joined in. It was that simple.
Okay.
It was that simple.
So you've been around for a while now.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've done French, you've done English.
Mm-hmm.
How has the music scene changed? Because so much has come and gone. More in Quebec, how's the Quebec music scene evolved in your eyes?
It's very interesting because that's a big question because there's a lot of layers to it.
Okay.
First of all, the French thing became bigger because at one point it was strictly English. Nobody was talking French at one point. Then it became the French thing happened, and then it became a different scene from that moment on. Way bigger, and records are coming out because the English scene never really pulled out that many records
in Quebec.
Back in the days, wasn't really the case. And then so there you go. So an entire industry started building from that moment where the French rap happened. And then also of course the net.
Mm-hmm.
The technology changed everything because back in the days, man, it cost a lot of money to go into the studios. Some studios was close to $100 an hour.
Okay, that's a lot.
So it wasn't for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Doing videos, same thing. Videos 10,000 up. So it wasn't the same thing. Now it's a joke. It's crazy. People do videos for $500.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Even under that. I'm trying to be nice. Yes. So, and now you do videos now like you do mixtapes. You know what I mean? Like you do videos for the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the days, we did videos for Music Plus. Therefore, there was a standard. There was a big quality because you had to stand next to Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like your clip had some sort of standards so you could play on TV. Now it doesn't matter. People film with their phone. Some of them is nice, but most of it is crap.
Yeah, so now a lot is coming out because it's so easy to make anything.
Right.
Would you say it was better back then? Was the music better?
I would say it was better in a way because of the standard.
Okay.
You had to hold, you had to stand, you had to get played on Music Plus, to get played on radio or or even community radio, whatever.
Yeah.
To get played somewhere, you had to have some sort of standard. Now people they don't care about that anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. So they just upload their thing on the net, and then they get likes, they get views, and they think they stars. You know what I mean? Back then also you had to prove yourself on stage. You had to do shows. Now who do shows now? You know what I'm saying? People call me on my radio show. People call me and be like, "Oh, check me out on Facebook." I'm like, really? I gotta do all the research on you? Like you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna send me anything. You're not gonna come. You know what I mean? Like people got comfortable, they got lazy. Back in the days, it wasn't like that. You had to earn your stripes. You know what I mean?
Okay, there was a lot more of a go-getter mentality because
like I said, nowadays you have a broader reach.
Mm-hmm.
You could go further, which is the good thing. The people that are working are doing.
Oh, there's definitely some advantages to being able to.
Amazing. I got beat makers that are sending beats and they're reaching artists that we could never reach before. You know what I mean? Like before you had to send the CD, you know how many CDs you have to send? That's crazy. Now you just upload the thing, you know, reach, you got a direct access to the artists and you know, the labels or whatever. It's beautiful, but at the same time, there's a lot of laziness going on.
So you released an album in 2012, and now you just released Fontaine,
Yes.
just last year, pretty much.
No, a couple months ago.
Yeah, a couple months ago. So end of last year and beginning of this year.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
You're
technically
right.
last
You're
year.
right. You got me there. That's true. Because last year so far.
Yeah.
Like, no, wait, no. I'm working more than that.
So why the wait in between the albums, and what prompted you to release an album now after 4 years?
It's a good question. The wait is just that, you know, I didn't even know if I was going to do it. You know,
Okay.
I keep doing music because I love it. That's my life. That's what I do. That's never going to stop until I can't talk no more. But so, you know, that's what I do. But, I mean, the industry changed so much. The entire game's changed. Like, I'm from an area where, you know, there's steps. You know, you got to do it in a way so you can get the music released, and you can get to the records, and you get this, you know what I mean? Like, they would stop. There were steps. You want to have your music in stores. But there's steps to that. Label, the whole. Now, not so much, right?
It's a bit murky. You could jump.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. Like things happen, you know, so quickly now, and the people you're competing with is different too. The scene is different, the music style is different. So you know, I had to adjust to all of that. So I took my time, and then what happened too is I met this kid. Even though I knew him for a long time, but he sent me some music because all the beats from the album is made by a 17-year-old kid that I work with at my.
What's his name?
Center. Major Ton.
Okay.
He's 17, and I knew him from work, from school, because I worked in school and all that. So I knew him from there, and then he sent me music. I'm like, wow, amazing! And that's why the album is called Fontaine, because the thing is, there's Fontaine. Fontaine is the first part, Fontaine 2 is the second part, and Fontaine de Jouvence. You know, Fontaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Some play on. Okay.
And the same thing with the first album, though. I like the concept. You know, I'm from that school, you know, ready to die. I'm like, you know, I'm from that school. So the first album was called Jeu de Dé, Dice Game. Jeu de Dé.
Right.
See?
I see what you're saying.
So there you go. So so because of him being so young and bringing that sound to me, I figured, okay, well, yeah, I like it. I like how it sounds. I think I could do trap in a mature and you know, different way, bring subject to it, because you know most trap is always talking about the same crap. See the rap there?
Yeah, I do. So, talking about, like, you're obviously big in, because, so in hip hop, lyrics are so important because it's such a lyrical. I mean, it's important in every form of music, but rock and roll, you got several instruments going.
Yeah.
In hip hop, it's less, very lyrically focused.
Yeah.
What
in rap?
In rap?
Is the culture.
Yes.
In rap, yeah.
In rap, it's very lyrically focused.
Yes.
So where do you get inspired to write your verses? Do they mean anything? Are they?
Oh, they definitely do, because you know, like I said, I'm an adult, so I can't be talking about the same thing the kid next to me talk about. And since you know, I got a radio show, since I work in the school, I'm in touch with the kids, so I know what they do. So my idea is not do what they do. That's basically it. So yeah, I'll use the beats, but I will not use the subjects, which you don't have. So so basically that's as simple as that. I take it from my life, from my reality, from, you know.
So it is to a certain extent based off true experiences.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
But the game is, this is what I like with rap, and mostly in French. I'll explain the French part later. What I like with rap is, you know, it's based on metaphors. If you're a real rapper, right? If you take it to heart, you try to paint a picture, explain something. And what I like is to try to, I give you one image, but then there's another image behind it, and both images work. So if you choose to go with, you know, with one, it'll work. It'll go in the direction I want you to go. But the second one's the meaningful one. Or sometimes there's even a third. I love it. That's the challenge. That's what I find interesting, and that's what rap does that other music don't do as much. Other genre don't do as much.
No, you really see that in rap a lot.
Right. Definitely. That's why, you know, I most of the time I tell people my favorite rapper is Jay-Z, and they're like, well, you, because they don't get it. Most of the time, it'll have layers to it, and you could take it for force value,
Face value.
Thank you. Take it for face value because you forced it in. Anyways, you could take it to face value, or you could go deeper into his lyrics and understand the message behind it. And that's what I like to do.
Okay, cool. So you said something about how the French, it's different from the English, because if it's so lyrical, then
French
the language is crucial.
Everybody knows French is harder. It's a harder language to learn, but at the same time, there's more choices in words. Now you could pick the words.
It's harder to rap in French if you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It in many levels, it's harder because of the choices, the words, the sentence. It's pretty hard. I mean, people have a hard time speaking it. So imagine now put it on record for the rest of the world to hear. It's dangerous. So on that level, it's difficult, and then making it sound the way you want to hear it, right? Because we all listen to rap in English a lot. Now you want to make it sound the same
in a different language. Okay, that's the challenge.
That's the challenge, and I love it. That's why I switched, because I love that. That challenge made it more interesting, because I felt there's so many of us doing it in English. Like, English is what rap is. It's the basis of it.
Well, that's what you hear on the radio all the time. That's the mainstream rap.
And that's I grew up on that. That's the base. Now doing it in another language is a real challenge, because you're trying to match that quality, that standard, that trying to make it interesting. It's exciting.